Sir Ron, if I can squeeze in one more question, I appreciate what you said a while ago. If I understood you correctly, that human rights still stays as a major, issue of support and concern for the party going into 2022. However, I'd also like to ask you about that particular issue in the light of the last 5 years, when the party chairman and a lot of members of and officers of the party regularly denigrate human rights issues and human rights defenders. How does the party look at that then? Considering that the party was built on human rights, but on the shoulders of human rights lawyers. I mean, don't you find a disconnect there, or some sort of difficulty looking at human rights issues versus how the party leadership treats human rights issues?
Well, sir, when it comes to their opinions or comments about human rights, sir, all of our party mates they have their own personal opinions naman po. But the party but the party, sir, again, our party was built on human rights. Our party was built on its fight against the dictatorship. So the party still remains as one of the strongest advocates and fighters for the human rights here. So again, sir, kung may mga iba po kami mga kapartido, those are their personal opinions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but what does that do to party values, and what does that do to party discipline?
Sir, sorry, I'm sorry.
What does that do to party values and to party discipline? If you say that, look, yes, these are our values, this is what we are founded on, pero kung merong mga miyembro ng ibang opinion at ibang galawan, respetuhan na lang.
And officials pa, top officials.
What does that make
of senators, the president? I mean, Sir Ron, of course you know about this. I mean, it's clear as day in the last 5 years the positions of some people, some officers of the PDP-Laban.
Starting with President Duterte. Let's say it. Starting with President Duterte. I mean, so what does that do to the foundations of in the history and the values, for that matter, the discipline of the ruling party?
Well, sir, we believe naman po that our party chairman, President Duterte, has I mean, these are all criticisms against him. He has been an advocate of human rights. I mean, in fact, in many of his speeches, he always says that he was a prosecutor. He always fought for human rights naman po doon sa mga nasa sakupan niya when he was mayor also. So, but if may mga allegations po na ganito, the party has its own internal processes po, and if may makapatido po kami na nagdi-disagree kung may nagdi-disagree with our Chairman Duterte or any party who are issuing negative statements, they can always file naman po a written complaint sa aming headquarters, and we will instruct the proper committee to investigate.
Okay. Well, sir, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I also have to say this, kasi, of course, the president, in a lot of his very public statements, has said na huwag niyong pansinin yung mga human rights na yan. And he said worse. At one point, he even said, if you get in the way, mga human rights, pagbabarilin kayo ng mga police. And he's talked about, feeding people to the fish in Manila Bay. And at least twice, he's also said na kung ako nandun sa arresting team, yung mga suspect nilabas ko yan sa likod at pinagbabaril ko. I mean, these are things that don't seem to jive with the party value of human rights, at least on the surface, ha?
Opo. Well, Sir Ed, 2 points po. First, alam naman natin na ang ating mahal na presidente ay mahilig magbiro, or sometimes he may over-exaggerate things when he gets carried away. And in fact, our spokesperson, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, always clarifies that naman. But number 2, sir, the party, the PDP-Laban, is very firm. We are pro-human rights. We will not, as far as the party is concerned po, we will protect the human rights. We are espousing for human rights. And then, pag may mga ganitong pananalita lang pong aming chairman, ang tingin namin ay minsan nagbibiro lang po talaga siya kasi ganun lang po talaga siya. Ever since he was mayor of Davao City, he would say he would joke around. Pero hindi naman I mean, it's his unique way. It's his unique way of connecting with the people. But again, yung PDP-Laban as a political party, hindi wala kaming kukonsintihin na pang-aabuso sa karapatang pantao.